Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pushed a rule of law agenda at the G20 summit, whether it was wagging a finger at India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi about foreign interference attempts or pushing for stronger language to condemn Russia's attack on Ukraine. As the two-day summit in New Delhi wrapped up, Trudeau openly condemned Moscow for its illegal invasion of Ukraine. It was wording left out of the final declaration from the world's most powerful leaders, with their communique focusing on the economic effects of Vladimir Putin's war, such as food and energy insecurity, not the thousands of casualties. Trudeau, one of the longest-serving leaders in the G20, said if it were up to him, the language would have been much stronger. This is what PM Trudeau is saying.
The rule of law is not just a concept. It's people's lives, it's people's jobs. Without these rules, we can't have the stability that is essential to global prosperity and economic growth. Countries in the G20 are all different, but it's the search for those common rules that brings us together. And this brings me to Russia. Not only is Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine criminal and unacceptable, and killing thousands of people, it's also creating energy and food insecurity around the world. This week, I continued to advocate for collective action to hold Putin accountable and to secure a just and durable peace that starts with Russia's immediate withdrawal from Ukraine. Canada will never recognize the results of the ongoing sham elections held by Russia in Ukraine. People like Putin mistake being reasonable for being weak. He is dead wrong. And Canada will continue to support Ukraine with whatever it takes for as long as it takes.
The G20 urged the resumption of grain, foodstuffs and fertilizer shipments from Russia and Ukraine, saying it was necessary to feed people in Africa and other parts of the developing world. The leaders' communique also focused on gender equality, countering terrorism and money laundering, and building digital technology and green infrastructure. The G20 meeting was the final order of business on Trudeau's 6-day trip to the Indo-Pacific, where he promoted Canadian businesses and products while becoming a strategic partner with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi made the focus of this year's G20 summit the Global South, with the African Union becoming a permanent member. Prime Minister Trudeau met with Union Chairperson Azali Assoumani in a friendly exchange Sunday, promising support to Morocco following the recent devastating earthquake. PM Trudeau said he is committed to helping the Global South and announced over $137 million in funding to assist developing countries. The money will go toward climate change projects, including in sub-Sahara Africa, developing agricultural value chains in Bolivia, and growing women-led agricultural enterprises in Nigeria. Money was also committed to increase food security in Congo and to bolster nutrition in Burkina Faso. Throughout the G20, Modi identified himself as Prime Minister of Bharat, an ancient Sanskrit name championed by his Hindu national supporters that shot to prominence as the summit approached. Despite Canada having a large Indian diaspora population, a cloud lingers over the two countries' diplomatic relations amid the long-standing presence of a movement in Canada intent on forging a separate Sikh homeland in the Punjab region. In addition, Trudeau's national security advisor has cited India as being among the top sources of foreign interference in Canada, a public designation ORWA has largely limited to authoritarian states. PM Trudeau said Sunday that both subjects came up a 15-minute meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. On foreign interference, Trudeau said he stressed to Modi the importance of respect for the rule of law, the integrity and sovereignty of democratic institutions and processes, and the ability of citizens of a country to choose their future. This is what Prime Minister Trudeau is saying.
Over the years with Prime Minister Modi, we've had many conversations on both of those issues. Obviously, Canada will always defend freedom of expression, freedom of conscience, freedom of peaceful protest. That's something that's extremely important to us. At the same time as we're always there to prevent violence, to push back against hatred. I think on the issue of the community, it's important to remember that the actions of the few do not represent the entire community or Canada. The flip side of it, we also highlighted the importance of respecting the rule of law, and we did talk about foreign interference.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi also tried to grasp Trudeau's hand during a wreath-laying ceremony, but Trudeau pulled away. When asked about the exchange, PM Trudeau is suggesting that
I'll let you read into what you like. I'm here to work. We're here to deliver important things for Canadians in terms of growing the economy, in terms of solving some of the real geopolitical challenges that people are facing. I was pleased to have a sit-down with Prime Minister Modi, in which we had direct and real conversations, as we always will. But we're going to continue to work hard to create opportunities, not just for Canadians, for people around the world, and that's always been my focus.
PM Trudeau also skipped Narendra Modi's leaders' dinner the night before, with the Prime Minister's office refusing to say why. He also missed the launch of the Global Biofuels Alliance, a partnership to make progress on rolling out cleaner, greener fuels. Trudeau said he had some other work. G20 leaders, whose countries emit 80% of all planet-warming gases, agreed Saturday to triple renewable energy and try to increase money for climate change-related disasters, but they maintained the status quo on phasing out carbon-spewing coal. Canada pushed for inclusion of language on gender and Indigenous reflections in the final communique. Trudeau said, all throughout, we made sure that countries are focused on growing the economy in inclusive ways, creating opportunity and prosperity for everyone in a more peaceful, more secure world. This is what Canada pushes for at every summit, and we'll continue to.